So the good news is the weather is getting so much better these days. Blue skies and listless days. Living in the lap of luxury. The lazy, hazy days of summer or late spring. Let's go for a stroll, shall we? Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, there's a fine, refreshing mist falling from the sky. Look at this apple tree. Look at the little apples. The little baby, these aren't crab apples. These are actually just, I guess little baby apples that have yet to fully grow up. How about we try one? It's actually really not that bad at all. Loaded with malic acid, meaning it is tart. There is no sugar developed in these little apples yet. So, all jokes aside, this spring has been filled with rain and gloom, thunderstorms, nasty weather day after day. And this is really starting to hinder my plans because I wanted to be out in the sun. Bring the camera outside, be adventurous. Instead of just calling it quits today, I thought I'd get on out, still produce some form of vlog for you folks. And the truth is, I don't think many of us actually get out in the rain as much as we should. Can it be dangerous? Can it give you pneumonia? Sure. But if you take the proper precautions, you'll be okay. Saturated. Whew. Hot summer day, you have that sunlight beating down on the trees, releasing those beautiful aromatics. But when it's raining, got some mud. But when it's raining, you get a very different sort of smell. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a pear tree, and we can easily tell by the shape of this fruit. Now, the squirrels are gonna eat these anyway, so I figured might as well taste them. Oh no. That has no signs of tasting like a fruit. It tastes like weeds, shrubbery, cut up sticks and foliage. I can certainly smell that decaying wood aroma. Big chunk of bark here. What I'm always talking about, I wish candles had more earthy, more forest floor kind of aromatics. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You see this? This is a big chunk of bark, and on it, there's moss and dried sap and resin. Oh, and it smells wonderful. If you concentrated this into a fragrance oil, I'd buy it. I'm starting to head into territory that I'm unfamiliar with, not quite sure. Oh God, look at this. You never know what you're gonna find in the wilderness. It's a Pontiac. Now, I know nothing about vehicles, but this looks like it was a nice vehicle back in its day. Right here it says Fioro. Is that what it says? Fioro 2M4? So that's just parked here casually. I have a feeling that's been here a very long time. And growing right next to it, this looks like some kind of garden-esque growth. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That smells like green bell peppers. Scratch that, yellow bell peppers. And celery. And a little bit of like fresh herbs. Strong cucumber scent as well. In fact, I wonder if these are cucumber plants. Because now that I'm looking at them, are these cucumber plants? They smell wonderful. There's so much stuff here. I just gotta stay away from the poison ivy. this is very interesting, something I certainly want to talk about. I'm going to put you down for a second, and I want to show you this. Now, although this might look really gross, and you're like, why are you playing in the mud? Well, this is an excellent opportunity to really get like a soup of the forest floor, to smell all of these wonderful things that have been sitting here, soaking in the rain. Get a little bit of the green leafage, a little bit of the weeds. I'm gonna get some dirt in there. Look at that. We even have an earthworm. That is an earthworm that I just pulled out of the ground. I'm gonna leave him in there. I'm not gonna hurt him. But I'm gonna pull up some more dirt and soil. All right, now I'm going to smell this. Look, how do you train your nose? How do you become familiar with the smells of outdoors? You gotta be willing to do this stuff. And if you're not, I'm here to do it for you. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? I'm not exaggerating, not in the least bit. If you could smell this and honestly tell me that you wouldn't want a candle that smelled like this, that was maybe brightened up with a little bit of like citrus, like get a little bit of lime or lemon zest in there. That is spring aromatics right there in my hand, including the earthworm, but he's scared, so I'm gonna put him back. I'm gonna put him back where he came from. So here's something else. We're always seeing moss in the fragrance notes of the candles we purchase, right? Well, here's an opportunity. I don't recommend like picking it and definitely not eating it, but getting your nose close enough. Now there's something happening, it's very faint, and a bigger portion of what's going on is this fresh bark. Ah, and look at this. My favorite. Do you guys know what my favorite tree is? Birch. We got a birch tree right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna peel off some of this birch tree. Oh, wow. That's not exactly what I was expecting, but I love surprises. That's a much more thick, robust smell than what I was expecting. Let me get some of the innards of this birch. I like it. I like the smell. I don't know why this stack is just casually laying here. It could be somebody's firewood. I don't know whose it would be or how they're gonna get it home. All right, and so now, as you can see, the clouds are starting to part, the rain is starting to thin out, and you take a smell of the air now. After a thunderstorm, after a rainstorm, when we hear those words, ozone, being described in fragrances, usually they're just poetic descriptions of what's going on in the candle. But there is such a thing, a smell of ozone, especially after a thunderstorm. I want a candle that smells like this ozone. It's so unique and so subtle and constantly changing and morphing. Every instant I'm picking up on different aromatics. No moment is ever exactly the same. It's a constant journey. It's like Pocahontas, painting with all the colors of the wind, right? It's moments like these that I cherish. So although I look like a crazy man out in the rain, I highly recommend that you create experiences like this for yourself. Go be a kid, go outside, you know, splash your boots in the puddles. Do whatever you have to do. Some grass in here, got some clover. Ooh, and we have some like mossy material. I'm just gonna do one of these. Oh, that smells more like freshly cut grass in the summertime. Oh my God, and there's such a sweetness to this moss. This smells like orange zest. What is this stuff? I'm telling you, this smells like orange zest, the peel, the rind, and even the juice, I swear. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this or make it out, but this is the stuff I'm talking about right here. Do we know what that is? It's got a pretty large root system. It's like when you take one of those orange wedges when you're in Little League and you pop it in your mouth and you bite down and you hold the whole wedge in your mouth. That's what this smells like. So this clover is so clean, so fresh. I mean, this smells like an amazing salad. I just picked some form of weed here. You see that? Now, if I pluck these, do one of these, just kind of twist it, twirl it. Do you know what mirepoix is? All you culinary folks out there, mirepoix? Carrots, onions, and celery being prepared for a stock with some fresh herbs. This smells like winter's coming. Insert Game of Thrones joke here, but not kidding. This smells like the winter season's coming. When I was a kid and my dad would have a pot of chicken soup on the stove. It smells so savory. I love it. And look at the little pine cone. It looks like a little Brussels sprout. Can I eat this? It seems to be soft enough. I'm gonna eat this pine cone. Are you ready? But it's tart and it tastes like pine. I'm telling you, I probably wouldn't snack on these, but this is far from a bad experience. I think it's time for me to take a hefty jaunt back to get indoors and to make a fresh batch of coffee, warm up a bit. But thank you for joining me today. There's so many more adventures using aromatics as our compass, but I want to make sure that every day is an adventure for us. I want us to get outside, learn and explore, and of course, just have a great time. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, but only if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed already, come on, need your help. We need to grow collectively. And that's gonna do it. I'm not too greedy. Like and subscribe. Do that, I'm a happy camper. So with that said, I am signing out. Thank you for joining me once again, and I will see you folks, hopefully when that sun is out, real soon. Have a good one.